Did you know that when Cristiano Ronaldo joined Real Madrid in 2009, he came with the weight of the world on his shoulders? After all, he was brought in for a world record transfer fee of 94 million euros. That kind of pressure can break most players. But for Ronaldo, it was just the beginning of something spectacular. He wasn't just another signing for Madrid. He was the star they were banking on to bring them back to glory. Ronaldo wasted no time making his mark. In his debut season, he scored 33 goals across all competitions. Pretty crazy, right? That was just a taste of what was to come. He would go on to score 450 goals in just 438 games for Real Madrid. That's more than a goal per game. The man was a goal-scoring machine. And don't even get me started on his hat tricks. He set the record for the most hat tricks in La Liga history with 34. And if you're thinking, okay, but what about the big games? Well, Ronaldo wasn't just a flat-track bully. When it came to the Champions League, Ronaldo was unstoppable. He helped Madrid win the Champions League 4 times, including 3 consecutive wins from 2016 to 2018. In fact, in 2013 to 14, he set a record by scoring 17 goals in a single Champions League season. That's still the most anyone has ever scored in one campaign. And it's not just the numbers. He came through in the clutch, scoring in multiple finals, including that penalty in the 2014 final against Atletico Madrid to seal the win. Talk about being a big game player. But Ronaldo's impact wasn't limited to just the Champions League. Domestically, he was a beast as well. He helped Madrid win 2 La Liga titles and 2 Copa del Rey trophies. Remember that iconic 2011-12 season when Madrid hit 100 points to break Barcelona's dominance? Yeah, Ronaldo played a massive part in that, scoring 46 goals in La Liga that year. He wasn't just a goal scorer either. His versatility allowed him to play out wide, drop deep, or lead the line depending on what the team needed. El Clásico. Ronaldo thrived in those high-stakes battles with Barcelona. He scored 18 goals in El Clásico matches, proving time and again that he could rise to the occasion in the biggest rivalry in world football. But despite all the glory, it wasn't always smooth sailing. Ronaldo had his share of challenges. There were periods of tension with the club's hierarchy, particularly with President Florentino Perez. And as he aged, Ronaldo had to adapt his game. He was no longer the flashy winger who could dribble past 3 or 4 defenders at will. Instead, he became more of a central figure, relying on his positioning, heading ability, and lethal finishing to keep dominating. Injuries tried to slow him down, but Ronaldo always found a way to come back stronger. His dedication to his craft was unparalleled, whether it was through his diet, his physical training, or his mental toughness. In 2018, Ronaldo shocked the world by leaving for Juventus. It was the end of an era at the Bernabeu. His legacy, untouchable. With 450 goals, countless trophies, and memories that Madrid fans will cherish forever, Ronaldo didn't just play for Real Madrid, he defined an era of their success. And no matter where he went after, his place as one of the greatest to ever wear the white shirt was already secure. Oh, there's definitely more to say about Ronaldo's time at Real Madrid. It's almost impossible to capture everything in one go because his impact was so massive. For example, did you know that during his time at Madrid, Ronaldo wasn't just scoring goals for fun? He was breaking records left, right, and center. One of the most impressive records was when he became the fastest player to reach 100, 200, 300, and eventually 400 goals for the club. His ability to find the back of the net game after game is still unmatched. I mean, think about it. 450 goals in 438 games. Not many players even hit those numbers in their entire careers, let alone at one club. And how could I forget about his incredible partnership with Karim Benzema and Gareth Bale? That BBC trio, Bale, Benzema, Cristiano, tore defenses apart. They were lethal together, especially in the Champions League. Their counter-attacking play was so fast and efficient that teams just couldn't cope. Remember that goal Ronaldo scored against Bayern Munich in 2017? A perfect example of Madrid's pace and precision, Ronaldo smashing home a volley after a swift counter. When those three were clicking, Madrid was nearly unstoppable. Ronaldo also redefined what it meant to be a leader on the field. He wasn't the captain, but he was the heart and soul of that team. He pushed his teammates to give their best, and they fed off his intensity. He had this mentality of never being satisfied, always hungry for more goals, more titles, more records. You could see it in how he celebrated every goal, even if it was just a tap-in. Every goal mattered to him, and that kind of passion was contagious. And speaking of leadership, let's not forget about the 2016-17 Champions League final against Juventus. Ronaldo stepped up and delivered a performance for the ages, scoring twice in a 4-1 win. That season, he scored 10 goals in the knockout rounds alone. The guy was a machine in the big moments, and that final was just another reminder of his incredible ability to show up when it mattered most. Ronaldo's time at Madrid wasn't just about individual brilliance, though. Sure, he broke records and won numerous individual awards like the BallonDOr, but he was also a team player. He made those around him better. Players like Marcelo, Luka Modric, and Toni Kroos all thrived playing alongside him, because they knew if they could get the ball to Ronaldo, he would do something special with it. And let's not overlook the iconic moment in 2017 when Ronaldo scored that outrageous bicycle kick against Juventus in the Champions League quarterfinals. Even the Juventus fans couldn't help but give him a standing ovation. That goal wasn't just a highlight. It was a perfect snapshot of Ronaldo's time at Madrid. He combined incredible athleticism, timing, and technique to produce moments of pure magic. There were also plenty of off-field stories during his Madrid days. Ronaldo was always in the headlines, whether it was about his record-breaking endorsements, his fitness regime, or even his tax issues with the Spanish authorities. But despite all the noise, his performances on the pitch never faltered. He had this unique ability to block out distractions and focus entirely on football when it mattered most. Let's not forget his role in one of the most dramatic moments in recent football history, the 2014 Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. Madrid were seconds away from losing before Sergio Ramos equalized in stoppage time. But in extra time, Ronaldo was there to put the icing on the cake, scoring a penalty to make it 4-1. It was Madrid's long-awaited La Decima, their 10th European Cup, and Ronaldo was at the heart of it all. His free kicks, too, were a sight to behold. Although his free kick conversion rate wasn't always the highest, he still delivered some unforgettable moments. Remember that rocket against Portsmouth in his Manchester United days? Well, he replicated that many times in Madrid colors, especially in key moments when his team needed something extraordinary. And while we're on the subject of extraordinary, we can't forget the pressure that Ronaldo faced every single season. There was always immense expectation on him. He was the superstar, the guy everyone looked to for inspiration. Yet season after season, Ronaldo delivered. Whether it was in La Liga, the Champions League, or Copa del Rey, he always found a way to come through. By the time he left for Juventus in 2018, Ronaldo had not only cemented his place as one of the greatest footballers ever, but also left Real Madrid as arguably the best player in the club's history. The banners at the Bernabeu, the chants from the fans, and the endless replays of his greatest moments are proof of just how special his time there was. So yeah, while we've touched on the goals, the records, and the titles, what made Ronaldo at Madrid truly remarkable was the way he elevated not just himself, but the entire club to new heights. He wasn't just a superstar, he was a legend, and his impact on Real Madrid will be felt for generations to come. Ronaldo's time at Madrid redefined what it means to be the best. From shattering records to lifting countless trophies, his legacy is cemented in football history. If you enjoyed this breakdown of his greatness, hit that like button and subscribe for more football stories. And as always, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Who do you think is Real Madrid's greatest player?